Hello everyone, I am Jaymar Embeloy. My course is Civil Engineer. The topic I will teach today is how to solve the quadratic equation by using factoring. What exactly does the quadratic equation means? It means in mathematics, the term quadratic describes something that pertains to square, to the operation squaring to terms of the second degree or equation or formulas that involve such terms. Quadratus is Latin for square. In mathematics, a quadratic is a type of a problem that deals with a variable multiplied by itself, an operation known as squaring. This language requires from the area of a square being its length multiplied by itself. Let's find out the steps or method to solve the quadratic equation by using factoring. By factoring, we can follow these steps. 1. Is transform the quadratic equation into standard form if necessary. 2nd, factor the quadratic expression. 3rd, apply the zero product property by setting each factor of the quadratic expression equal to 0. So that's clear. When we factor out, we will definitely apply the zero product property. So we have 3 factors. We will separate those 3 and then we will equate to 0 and solve for x. So we already know the steps to get the quadratic equation. I have a few examples here and I will show you how to solve it. Start solving quadratic equation by factoring. First, write the equation in the correct form. In this case, we need to set the equation equal to 0 with the term written is descending order. Pangalawa, use a factoring strategies to factor the problem. Third, use the zero product property and set each containing a variable equal to 0. Hello, this is first example of solving equation of quadratic by factoring. We have x squared plus 10x equals to negative 9. Let's make this equation to standard form. To do that, we need to transpose the negative 9 to other side and equate to 0. Plus 9 equals to 0. Now, let's factor out this equation. To be able to factor this, so we can do trial and error. Put 2 parentheses. We put x both parentheses. So let's find factors of 9 whose answer should be 10. And we do 1 plus 9. Now, we apply the zero product property by equating the 2 factors to 0. So let's separate them now. To do that, x plus 1 equals to 0. Then, on the other side is x plus 3. solve for x, transpose the 1 in the other side. Negative 1. And this is the correct answer. On the other hand, the same will be done. We transpose the 9 on the other side. The negative 9. To be sure, you can pass it by checking. Check. To be able to check, we return to the original equation. We substitute negative 1, negative 9, and all x, just like this. Goes to negative 9. Substitute the negative 1 to all x. 1 squared plus 10 negative 1 equals 9. Negative 1 base or squared is 1 equals to 1. 10 times negative 1 negative 10 equals to negative 10. So we have same, it means it's correct. Other side is negative 9. Let's substitute it. Equals to negative 9. Substitute the negative 9 to all x. Negative 9 squared plus 10 times negative 9 equals to negative 9. Negative 9 squared is equal to 81. And 10 times negative 9 equals to negative 90. Equals to negative. Substitute the 81 minus 90 equals to negative 9 equals same, and it means it's correct. For number 2, we have x squared plus 9x equals to negative 8. To make this equation standard formula in number 1. To do that, we need to transpose the negative 8 across. X squared plus 9x transpose positive 8 equal to 0. We need to do trial and error. Put 2 parentheses and put x with parentheses. We need to find the factor of 8 to result total of 9. Just put 1 and 8 total of 9. We apply zero product property by equating the two factors to 0. Let's separate them now. To do that, x plus 1 and then the other side x plus 8 equals to 0. Transpose the 1 the other side, solve of negative 1. The correct answer, negative 1. The other side, same will be done. Transpose the 8 to the other side. Final answer. To be sure, we can proceed by checking. So I get a new paper because the coffee I used before spilled. So we're here to check and see if our final answer is correct. To be able to check the final answer, first we put the original equation. X squared plus 9x equals to negative 8. And substitute the negative 1 to all x. So negative 1 squared plus 9 times to negative 1 equals to negative 8. So negative 1 squared is equal to 1, and 9 times negative 1 is equal to negative 9 equals to negative 8. Substitute 1 minus 9 is equal to negative 8. It's the same. It means it's correct. Likewise, x squared plus 9x equals to negative 8. Put the negative 8 to all x, just like in the first. Negative 8 squared plus 9 times negative 8 is equal to negative 8. So negative 8 squared is equal to 64. Came positive. And 9 times negative 8 is equal to negative 72. Is equal to negative 8. 64 minus 72 is equal to negative 8. It's the same, just in the first. It means it's correct. So those are the examples of how to answer or solve a basic quadratic equation examples. It's one of the ones that will appear in your exams. It's easy to follow because there are steps. What are the steps? The steps first is transform the quadratic equation into standard form if necessary. Second, factor the quadratic expression. Third, apply the zero product property by setting each factor of the quadratic expression equal to 0. So just always remember that everything goes through steps. Anyway, I still have a follow-up example. So we have the third example. We have x squared plus 5x equals to negative 4. The first step that we do is to transform the equation to the standard form. Just transpose the negative 4 on the other side.
x squared plus 5x, okay, it becomes positive, equals to 0. So we need to do a trial and error. Just put two parentheses, put a x, put both parentheses, and we need to find the factors of 4 that may result to 5. Just put 1 and 4. Now we apply the zero product property by equating the two factors to 0. X plus 1 equals to 0. Other side is x plus 4 is equal to 0. Solve for x. Transpose the 1 on the other side. X equals to negative 1. And the other side, transpose the 4 the other side is to negative 4. And that will be the final answer. To be sure, we can pass it by checking. To be able to check, first we put the original equation, x squared plus 5x equals to negative 4. First final answer is negative 1. We need to put the negative 1 to all x. Negative 1 squared plus 5 times negative 1 equals to negative 4. Negative 1 squared is equal to 1. And 5 times negative 1 is equal to negative 4. 5. Sorry, 5 equals to negative 4. 1 minus 5 is equal to negative 4. Negative 4. It's the same. Means it's correct. The other side, just put the original equation. X plus 5x equals to negative 4. We need to put negative 4 to all x. Just like this. Negative 4 squared plus 5 times negative 4 is equal to negative 4. Negative 4 squared is equal to 16. And 5 times negative 4 is equal to negative 20. Equal to negative 4. 16 minus 20 is equal to negative 4. Fine. Correct answer is negative 1 and negative 4.
So, yun. So, I hope you learned something from the topic I taught today. Even if my example are just basics examples. Have a great day and God bless. Thank you.